Hey guys, this is Anon, and today I've got some Sherman Jumbo gameplay for you. I recently finished up my 100 games in this tank. I didn't play it for a long time, but then picked it up for a few games and realized that it fits all the hype that it gets around it as being uh, such a dominant force at tier 6, so I decided to go ahead and run it 200 games and see what happened. Had a really great run with it, and so decided to share that in some video form at this point. Starting here, and this is such a unique tank that it's has so many great both medium and heavy characteristics. It's got a decent gun. There's a lot of debate over what turret to use on this, which I think is really interesting. There's a special turret just for the Jumbo, and then it also shares one with the Easy 8. And so a lot of people like to use the Jumbo specific turret because it's got fabulous armor and you can really hold down. I actually choose to use the Easy 8 turret because the gun handling is quite a bit better on it, and I find as long as you keep it moving, then you still really don't run into a lot of problems as far as being pinned in the turret. So coming up to caves as you do, and obviously run into quite a bit of the team, so I'm just going to start working it here. As long as you keep your hull at a nice angle to the to red, then you will get quite a few bounces. As you can see, I bounced a ton of shots right off the bat there. The Leo has basically no hope of penning me from the front, and everything else is also struggling. I just bounce after bounce off both my hull and my turret. I got my tracks there. I mean, this thing is just a beast. It's an animal at its tier as long as you use it the right way. So yeah, you just kind of have to do that. So I'm just keeping an eye on everything that's going on around me, obviously. I've got kind of a nice spread of red tanks all over the place. No one is pushing me at the moment, so I just decide to start working my way up to caves. I can shoot this VK as I keep on moving because I want to push this T20 or this VK28 down and out if I can, and because that'll let me basically steal the high ground from them. I've got some nice weight, so I stop him with a ram so that he can't get away from me. I can kill him and immediately start moving on with the Cromwell, because really at this point, as long as I can keep my armor at good angles to everybody, I should be able to just kind of bully my way up through this, which is what's working beautifully so far. This is a gun that's going to be able to pen me with a little bit more ease, so I decide to kind of back up and work him a little bit. Luckily the angles are starting to bounce everything, and he pushes so that I can work my way around some. Decide to hold back just because I know I can keep some good hull angles, and he'll struggle with me a little bit. This thing has the speed to get behind a TD, which is fantastic, but that wonderful armor, and you can see just bounce after bounce after bounce off of me. You can really play it in a lot of ways. It's extremely versatile. Did take some shots there, a little bit of trading, but I knew we had the advantage, and so was willing to do that a little bit. Has really nice gun depression, as you can see here too, working down on this KV-1S. Plus, when you're uphill, as long as you keep that turret moving, your hull's going to be on auto bounce for a lot of tanks, and so able to take advantage of that a little bit too. Now down to the last tank. Not a big deal. I could go charging in, but since I'm almost having shots here, I decided to just kind of hold out, give the team another opportunity, but still am able to pick him off. So you can see the great versatility and strengths of this tank. I mean, like I said, that armor will really troll as long as you're high tier. Obviously at tier 8 you're going to have to be a little bit more careful with it, more of a support tank, but if you're top tier it's going to pretty much be able to dominate the game, as you can see. So moving on to another battle here on Castilla, and I'm actually going to play this a little bit different. I see that red is almost all mediums and lights, so they're probably going to be running around quite a bit. So I actually decide, since I picked up this spawn point, to come up into kind of this sniping position. Now this is not a sniping tank, this isn't something I would do very often, but it's not with the idea of sniping in mind. I'm not really actually wanting to snipe, it's more that I'm able to use this position to get spots on that castle area, which is pretty likely where they're going to be. Obviously, have a little trouble working my way up here, but this isn't a tank that's really designed to do it either. I could push my way over, but taking this position will actually let me both spot in the mill and that castle area so I can kind of find out where they are before I decide where to go for the rest of the battle instead of just charging forward. I'm looking at mill first just because that's the first place they'd show up. Since nothing's there, I know there's a pretty good chance they're going to do kind of what I thought and pop up here in this castle area, so I'm taking a look there. And sure enough, we're already starting to get some spots of tanks that were pushing up in that direction. Again, the idea isn't necessarily to camp here, but if I have free shots, I'm going to take that first before then relocating and kind of helping to support the team. So kind of letting that unfold a little bit and see where it's going to be. I'll take the dirty camper comments if you want to throw them my way. It doesn't bother me at all. Like the nice spinning that we're getting from the Leo here. He drops down. Now I can see that they're starting to push that direction like I thought they would, so I'm going to start positioning myself to come around the edge. Our guys had gotten a little overexposed there, so there's no reason. I don't want to, kind of overcommit to rush out there. I'll take these couple free shots before dropping down. Like that Leo especially, I kind of wanted him dead. Probably had some little RNG there, but now that I'm spotted, no reason to hang out anymore. Time to go push these two tanks and start abusing that armor again, especially now that I'm up to a third tank, and we clearly have a lot of our team on cap. So I'm really just trying to hold as many as I can at this spot now. I don't care about them capping. I'd rather them not do it. I'd rather win straight up, but that's where they are, so either way I'm going to push this side a little bit. Trading shots a little bit because it's hard to get an angle, plus the Cromwell has some nice pen for its tier, but whittle him down to one shot, and I'm keeping him tracked there so at least can take him out a little bit. Leo starts to take a few more shots so I can push in, but I'm keeping an eye on the minimap to everything on the right and counting tanks too. I can see I've got 4 to my right, so it means there's 1 missing somewhere, but either way I can start pushing up and get the flank on because they are clearly very focused on our guys on cap because they're obvious, and can kind of work up around here. We run into the KV-1 with my VK buddy, and so we have to obviously stop to take him out first, but once he's gone, that's the end of the heavier tanks, and we'll have easier time kind of dodging shots from some of those mediums. Able to get him, and then start working around this corner a little bit again too. Luckily, it's low tier, so they're just kind of camping and taking shots at me. Can trade a little bit easier. Things you can't necessarily do at high tier, but again, get some of the nice versatility with this tank at these angles. I'm able to bounce quite a bit at the same time and let them kind of push up one by one. I saw the VK coming, but I decided to take one more shot on the other. Pop Adrenaline here just because he does have some really nice pen, and I don't want to mess with that too much. I was going for a track shot there, but I'll take any penetrating hit at that point. M4 now worked it down to a 1 versus 2 situation, and he's in a nice position to finish this off. So I don't play a lot of tier 6 and below, but this is definitely a favorite. A lot of fun tank, especially 2 in a platoon. If you're top tier, you can club away at those seals and feel pretty good about it. But nice fun video today with some server downtime, so hope you enjoy, and we'll be running some Soviet TDs here soon.